Hey guys, welcome back. It's Matt here, and today we're taking a look at this tablet. It's the Matrix Pad Z1. It's by Vianco. So it's a pretty good budget tablet. If you have a kid or maybe someone older and you don't want to spend too much money, I can recommend this straight off for people like that. Maybe if you're going on a trip somewhere, you might want to buy this instead of taking your iPad with you. I mean, it's not too expensive. It prices in at around $80, £80. So the links will be down below to Amazon. But basically, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the specs and like why I would recommend it to some of you, but not all of you. So this is the tablet. I mean, I'm going to show some close-up shots of it. It's quite small. It's pretty compact. The bezels are maybe not 2019, but the price justifies that a little bit more. So on the top, you have a micro USB port. So it is on the top, tends to be like most budget things. So is the headphone jack. That's on the top there too. You have this micro SD card, so you do have expandable storage. It's got 32 gigabytes built in, which is pretty fair. I think that will get you by with most things. But you can expand that up to 128 gigabytes if you want to. Just keep in mind that will cost like a third of the tablet, so just on the memory, which is kind of insane. But this is pretty cheap tablet. In terms of the display, honestly, it's not the worst thing I've used. It's a lot better than one of the budget smartphones I reviewed. I mean, the resolution's pretty low. It's 1024 by 600. So you do have quite a low PPI, and you can see the pixels, especially when coming from a phone. It's not too bad because it is 7 inches, but it's just under 720p realistically. But yeah, it is IPS. I mean, the viewing angles are definitely not great, but they are actually usable, and the colors don't change too much when you're looking off axis. So I guess that's a bit of a win. One of my big gripes with a lot of these budget things is that when you turn them landscape, because of the distance from one side of the screen to the other, there's actually a shift in colors because of the viewing angles, but luckily on this device that doesn't have that issue. On the front and back you have a 2 megapixel camera which is capable of 720p video. It's maybe okay for video calls and occasional things like that, but realistically you're not going to be going around taking photos with this. But I guess you really aren't going to be taking photos that much on any tablet. So if you're looking for something like just to read a book on or to web browse or look at social media, then I guess this is just a great tablet for people who don't want to spend too much money. Just want to point out there is no flash as well on the back, so you're not going to be taking any low light shots with this, but I guess they're not recommended anyway. Now, would I recommend spending a little bit more? I mean, it depends what you want. If you wanted something brand new, then it's going to be kind of hard to beat this. It's around the same kind of standard as the Firefox tablet. But say you're looking for a secondhand iPad or something like that, then there could be a less price gap. And I don't really know, it's just up to you what you think you want. But I'm going to explain some benefits and drawbacks from this tablet, like I already have said. I mean, one of the benefits actually is the battery life on this. So it's 2,500 milliamp hours. 2,500. Huh. That seems kind of low, doesn't it? And that's because it is kind of low to what we're expected or what we're used to. But that's because our smartphones have super high resolution screens and they have super power demanding processors. And so it drains them in a day, whereas this has a low resolution screen and pretty low hardware. So it doesn't really use that much battery power, and I tend to get around 2 days of use, which is really surprisingly quite good. Especially good if you're going away somewhere or you're on a trip. And even if you're just reading things with the brightness on half, you're going to get at least 2 days of it. So not too bad. You have some branding on the back here as well. So it's kind of faint, and you have the speaker down at the bottom here as well. The speaker is really a drawback for this. It's really tinny, not much bass, but it does get by in terms of, just listening to things, and it does the job. You can plug in headphones obviously, which I would highly recommend with this. So if you want to listen to media, definitely headphones are a must-have. They're not included in the box, let me just point out. And in terms of the buttons, all of the buttons are on the right, so they have the volume rocker and also the power button just on the side there. And there's also a reset pin, which I've never seen before on an Android device. So you just poke in there and it resets. But the buttons are pretty tactile. They're pretty nice. I could live with these. And for plastic, it's actually surprisingly sturdy. It's actually quite a strong, and it feels kind of durable. I have removed the back cover. It's non-removable, by the way. But this is a whole black piece of plastic that goes all around the edges. In terms of how much flex there is to it, it actually isn't that much. It seems to be quite a strong device. So, I mean, for kids, this is great if they're going to be throwing it around the room and things. But at the end of the day, I would say if you have the S10 Plus or a new Huawei or Google Pixel or anything like that, then maybe stay away from this if you just want something bigger, because your phone does everything this does, and there's really not much size difference in terms of the screen, and you're losing quality in order to get the bigger screen, so I would just stick with your phone. However, if you have a kid who maybe is too young for a phone, and maybe you don't want to spend too much for an iPad because he might break it, and you want something durable and something for a kid to learn how to use technology, then this might be just the thing for you. It's actually a really, really good tablet for a kid. I can imagine using this myself when I was younger if it existed, and I would say go for it. For a kid, this is a pretty decent tablet, or for an older person or someone who's not really into technology and wants to make that first step, this is a great starter device. If you're going somewhere and you don't really want to break your phone or your tablet and you just want to bring one device, you could also bring this with you. It's actually great for on the go, and I can imagine it being pretty durable on trips and camps and putting it into backpacks and being bashed around. I think it would handle pretty well, including that the screen is plastic, so it's not going to even shatter. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know down below what you guys think. The performance of this is definitely significantly lower than any other smartphone or tablet I've used before, but the price is also significantly lower. So let me know what you think. Let me know whether you think it's worth it. If you want to go and pick one up, the link will be down below. I really hope you enjoyed my video, so don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and peace out.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in